What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are here to talk about hot topics. I have so many topics that I'm only going to give maybe a short commentary on some of them, and then, some of them I will expound on. I want to first send a shout out to Cicely Tyson and Mary Wilson, the co-founder of the Supremes. Honey, get the titles together, okay? Both of them were Black women in music and entertainment and activism and just womanhood, and really lived full lives. And so their lives should be celebrated. We know that a part of our existence here is to transition. So 96 years old and 76 full lives, and that's great. So giving them a shout out first and foremost to those influential Black women in our history. Let's get into some other stuff. So many things, honey. I have written so many things down. It is crazy. First thing I want to talk about, let's get over the lighthearted stuff first. First of all, we want to give a shout out to the artist Northwest who painted that bomb ass picture, and people on the internet did not believe that that was her, to the point where her mother had to come out and say, "Look, that is my child. I don't play about my kids." Kim Kardashian shared an image of North's picture that she painted of this landscape. And honey, it was giving us Bob Ross realness. And so many people started questioning the authenticity of this artwork from a 7-year-old child. It's just like, do you guys even think? Unfortunately, because of her mother's history and the way that their show is produced, a lot of the times we feel like some of their antics are not real. Some of them are for TV. And so people started questioning whether or not the artwork was North's. It was actually really nice. She did a really good job. Some TikToker came out and was like, "My mom is the artist who she went to the school and she was there, and this is a normal painting that we start off with. My mom taught me how to paint, and North was there, and he said how long she was there for and everything." And then Kim ends up taking a picture of her with her artwork, like holding it in her hand. It says North at the bottom. It is so weird how people are just like, I don't know what is wrong with people. That's a baby. That is a baby. Like, she can't be collateral damage. That's a child. I understand people do not fuck with Kim Kardashian and her entire fucking family and everybody else connected to that goddamn family. I get it. But that is a baby, honey. That's a baby giving her artwork. A baby giving her artwork, showing her artwork, and her mother being proud of it. Haven't you ever felt proud of your own artwork? Or you as a parent felt proud of your child's artwork and you made a big deal about it and showed everybody down to the internet, put it in a frame, put it on the refrigerator? Look what she did. It's amazing. And then it's like it gets into this dismissing the talents of her father. And it's like, why wouldn't you think that someone coming from a person like Kanye West would produce a child who has gifts? I just don't understand why. And it's like, you can't do that because you want to strip away whoever he is to the world because of the things that you don't like about him. So you want to strip away his contributions to our society or to our culture because you don't like him for whatever reason. And so his child, you can't admit that genius gene came from a parent of hers, a parent. But you know what I'm saying? It came, and we're not going to say, it's like in a way to take away, you kind of have to not even give the little baby claps. I don't know. It's real messed up. But Kim Kardashian said, don't play with me about, don't play. She said, don't play with me when it comes to my children. Okay? My daughter and her best friend have been taking a serious oil painting class where their talents and creativity are being encouraged and nurtured. North worked incredibly hard on her painting, which took several weeks to complete. As a proud mom, I wanted to share her work with everyone. I'm seeing op-ed pieces in the media and social media from grown adults breaking down whether or not my child actually painted this. How dare you see children doing some awesome things and then try to accuse them of not being awesome? Please stop embarrassing yourselves with the negativity and allow every child to be great. Northwest painted that, period. And she put a bunch of A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. How dare y'all? Y'all gotta, that when you start attacking children, tighten up. That's all I gotta say is tighten the fuck up. Let's get North off this list. How dare you come from that baby? You got a lot of nerve. Anyways, the next hot topic. Let me talk North. Let me circle her name. Little Northwest. Oh, you guys heard that T.I. and Tiny's Family Hustle show has been halted. Yes, suspended filming. They've come to a mutual agreement to suspend filming amidst sexual abuse allegations. You goddamn right. That's what you do. Since you don't, that's why people go after people civilly, because if you don't change your behavior, we're going to come after your pockets. So people don't want to be attached to that. Any allegation, there's an allegation, back all the way up until there is a full investigation done. Once we determine that you are innocent, since you believe you're innocent and proven guilty in cases like this, you're guilty until proven innocent. You got to prove your innocence to me, not the other way around. However, until we see that you're an innocent person, then we'll restart filming. But until then, like other people, we all said it, back away from these people. Out of 30 people, if it's one person, and unfortunately Lisa Bloom, who I just realized was Gloria Allred's daughter. I did not realize that was Gloria Allred's daughter. And what's crazy is I realized that she just all of a sudden was on the scene, Lisa Bloom, and I stopped hearing about Gloria Allred. So I was just like, what happened to Gloria Allred? Did Lisa Bloom take Gloria Allred's case with these crazy ass cases that they take? Come on, we're not gonna act like that doesn't exist, okay? So it's like, when like a Lisa Bloom grabs a hold of something, the community kind of laughs at it. It's like, girl, are we serious? So hopefully something can come out of this, because I really feel that there is truth to the allegations. And like I said, anytime something comes out about it, I'm going to talk about it. Now, I'm not going to be no investigative reporter, and I'm not checking DMs and all of that foolishness. I'm doing the commentary on the shit as it happens, okay? We'll see if other people back away from them, as they should. What else is going on? Child, Keke Wyatt was on Cocktails with Queens with Claudia Jordan, Selena Johnson, Vivica Fox, and Lisa Ray. It's almost just like I said about Vivica Fox. Vivica Fox has me blocked on on Twitter. It was during the Apprentice days when her and Kenya was going at it on Apprentice, baby. Anyways, so Keke Wyatt, you know what happened with Keke Wyatt the other day. Child, she was on Fox Soul, wasting everybody's time, playing in everybody's faces, not being held accountable for her shit, being allowed to cry once again, while everybody tries to talk for her and Selena tries to talk for her because Keke can't express herself. She knew exactly what she was saying when she called that man a chunky monkey, sugar. She knew exactly what she was saying. So I don't know why all of a sudden when it's time to, and when Lisa Ray was like, okay, girl, so tell us what triggered you. What did they say for you to just come out with this stuff? Honey, she would not answer the question. Well, I really don't want to rehash it. You don't want to rehash it because somebody is now holding you accountable. And unfortunately, Claudia Jordan cannot hold Keke Wyatt accountable. They're two biracial women with white mothers who are having difficulties even in that session going back and forth. They were calling themselves biracial at one point and then calling themselves black at another point. So I don't know. I don't know that that was the right platform, but those were. It was a place where her friend, kind of people who are friendly with her, to give her a space. But it was really a waste of time. Hold on, child. Keke Wyatt is a fucking mess to me. She's a mess, and I don't believe any of her shit. I didn't appreciate Kiki's Selena speaking for her. My whole thing is if you can cry about the kids in school messing with you and you can recall that and that can trigger tears and the reason why you're lashing out at people, you need to be able to verbalize that. Also, I feel like you should be, instead of, like, she was on there talking about, oh, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry. You know, I love my sugar lumps. Girl, and the reason why, somebody made a great point, the reason why she went on that platform is because those are really legitimately the only people who support Keke Wyatt. So when you start talking this white identified biracial woman shit and your fan base is black women, you can feel it. And I don't know what Keke Wyatt is doing. I know she has like 10 kids right now. She's on her third marriage. She's just doing her thing. But when you come on and you start saying things, it's just annoying that she was given a platform and still couldn't even verbalize. It's almost like, don't be mad at all of the kids who was fucking with. Be mad at your mom and dad. Be mad at them. Be mad at your mom for calling you a nigga so much that you thought that that was your nickname. And then for you to say that your white mother taught you how to be a black queen, bitch, where? No, not, you couldn't even, there couldn't even be a white woman professional. Jane Elliott couldn't even write a motherfucking book on how to be a black woman, let alone Lorna Wyatt or whatever her damn name is. Girl, are you kidding me? She would, and if she did teach you how to be a black woman, you wouldn't be on no platform talking the shit that you were talking. Oh, you're talking that white woman who thinks because she hops up and down on black dick that she understands blackness and that she can teach a black child how to be a black person. You are a biracial woman who is very much white identified, especially, honey, when you start talking that sugar shit. It really comes out, honey. It really comes out. And you're so unaware that you're on this platform talking about, oh, and I wish I was darker. I do something I really would. Girl, that's not, you're not winning any cool points. People are so much aware now of these antics that you really can't pull what Keke Wyatt pulled on Fox Soul today and get away with it. When I was reading the comments in the premiere, everybody was like, girl, bye, girl, bye, girl, bye, girl, bye, 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 sugar. I just can't believe her. She said her mom raised her to be a black woman. Tell me, where in life can that happen? First of all, a white lady can't even have black children. Let's start there. If you really want to talk about it. You can have a biracial child, but you can't have no black kids. I'm sorry to inform you. Yes, this is not an illusion. This is not an illusion, bitch. No. So I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't understand how you could even look at your black father and ask him to teach you any pride in being black either. Because if you were proud, let me say, honey, because if you was really proud, because if you was really proud, hello, girl, get out of here, Keke Wyatt. You're a mess. You wasted everyone's black ass time. Oh, let me talk about this real quick. Okay, so I don't know if y'all watch Black Ink Crew, but y'all know who Caesar is because we talked about his daughter the other day. And we also talked about how his girlfriend or whoever she is kind of came at his daughter the wrong way and kind of butted in where she didn't need to be and trying to tell the girl she was ungrateful and all this other stuff. Out of line, out of order. But, you know, some men, they don't care. They don't care how the women that they're partnering with treat their children. They do not care. And obviously he doesn't care because he's putting feet and hands on his child. But anyways, the other day, I don't know if it was yesterday or the other day, I just saw a clip of this woman giving Caesar a ring. My thing is, ladies, you're going to have some more self awareness than wanting to partner with a man who puts his hands and his feet on his child. Like, is that really the person you want to partner with? And then furthermore, I don't know if it was a promise ring. I don't know if it was she proposed, but he was sitting there looking like, okay, ah. Even he, like, you, my thing is, y'all be beating the wrong niggas over the head for marriage. Like, the wrong, like, he wouldn't even be a person that why would you want to partner with somebody like that? How would you like it if, when you had a child with Caesar, whatever the hell his last name is, and he put his feet and his hands on your child, on the baby that you had with him? That's definitely nobody that you want to partner with. Somebody who pulls his daughter out of the shower with no clothes on and proceeds to violating her, not only by humiliating her by seeing her with no clothes on, then but putting your hands on her. Like, that's the guy you want to get married to? That's the guy you want to promise to? And then what's really even crazy about it is how I know that y'all are doing this shit unconsciously. If you wanted to marry somebody so badly, you would know, you and him would know what finger to put the ring on. I see all of these people getting proposed to, and I feel like it's an act and somebody has beat somebody over the head, because when you see two people who really want to get married, who nobody is being forced, nobody has a gun to their back, nobody has a gun to their head, they know what hand to put the damn ring on when it's time to propose. It's not all, oh, it's the wrong, and people behind, it's the wrong hand, it's the wrong hand, and then you got your homegirls behind you pumping you up. Girl, it's a mess. It's a mess. A promise ring, if you have to propose, I feel like I'm not with that. First of all, I'm not with the whole marriage. I don't know why Lori Harvey is trending, and I do not want to click on it because I already have. I already have my stuff I want to talk about. I'm trying to figure out how you want to propose to somebody like that. That's the only person you could find. That's the only person that you as a woman feel that you're worth, right? Because a lot of women, we talk about this all the time, a lot of ladies believe that their worth is dependent on the person on their side, right? A lot, right? Women who are a little bit more self-aware, a little bit more self-loving, if they partner with a person because they feel like it will benefit their life in some way. A lot of people just be like, I just need me a man. I don't give a fuck who he is, because it's clearly you don't give a fuck who he is, because anybody will do. Why would you partner with a person who hits his child? Just like that guy in Sacramento, who killed that girl, that 15-year-old girl, and that I think she was 25 or 26-year-old woman. They're investigating it for human trafficking. How do you get involved with a person like that? Like, and then you're engaged to him. Like, how do you get involved with somebody like that and not see that they done said something weird, or they like weird things? How I don't get it, honey. More power to the girl who um proposed or gave a promise ring, didn't even know what finger to put it on. um that's crazy. That is so crazy to me. What else is going on? Cardi B's video up. If it's up, then it's stuck. I like the video. I like her and Meg the Stallion's video for Crybaby. I love them both. I love the colors. I love how colorful it was. I just love how colorful it was. And they really have really good videos. Like really good videos. And both of them are doing choreography. So ladies, y'all can't be just walking back and forth on stage and sitting down and doing this at the end of the stage. Y'all gonna have to get into some choreography. Cause after a while, what is it gonna be? I need some lip gloss. After a while, what is it gonna be, girl? You can't be walking around. You gotta do some choreo. So I'm glad they're doing choreography. I love the colors. I love that the look in the cemetery, baby. I love it. I love it. Somebody says Cardi B is always talking about killing somebody. Oh, and did you guys see? I didn't. When did you guys see when Meg the Stallion was premiering um, a Crybaby, and she was on with the baby. She was on with him, and when she got off, he didn't get off the phone or the line all the way, and somebody in the background was like, "Man, she ugly dog" or something like that. I don't think. First of all, look, I don't think anybody. If I don't think that she's unattractive. I don't think she's unattractive by any standards of beauty. Like apply any standards of beauty to Meg Thee Stallion. She's beautiful without makeup, with makeup. She's a beautiful woman. I I was like, he can't be talking. He's lying like a dog. He cannot be talking about Meg the Stallion, honey. You're a liar. You're a liar. I know that some people may not be attractive to some people, but she's not ugly. Ain't no way that you're a hater if you think that Megan Thee Stallion is ugly. Like, and what do you look like? Because we couldn't even see you on the camera. Anyways, I didn't even mean to talk about that. Oh, and then Nick Cannon. He's now back at Viacom. They said you did enough ass kissing. You've apologized enough. You've done the work. You've redeemed yourself. And you've done everything. And we've seen a change in your behavior. So we're going to give you your company back. But we're not going to give it back. We're going to give it back to you. But we're not going to really give it back to you. But we're just going to let you film and use the name and the logo again, because you apologize. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about Nick Cannon reteaming with Viacom to put Wildin' Out back on the air? There was people saying they realized they only had ridiculousness, so they had to bring something else back. MTV has, child, it's not videos. It hasn't been videos for a very, 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 very long time. It's just programming, programming, programming. And I think so many people have, they don't even have, do they have countdown shows on MTV? Like, what's going on at MTV that they have these regular shows? But anyways, he's back there. It says 7 months after anti-Semitic controversy, he's been rehired to, it's like, I'll give you your job back, the job that you created, the job that your everything. I hope he takes steps to get back control, and hopefully he can buy it from them or whatever the arrangements, so that he can become an owner, because that's really embarrassing for you to be like, I'm building this black family, I'm building my legacy, and you don't even own it. Like, it's like, honey, we need to skip over you and marry whoever the hell owns your damn company. Cause that's the nigga with the money, not you. Not you. Like with these rappers, I need to be sleep. You bitches need to be sleeping, not me. Divas past the Divas days. But you bitches need to be sleeping with the niggas that giving the niggas the advances. Hello? Think. Think smarter. Because all these niggas, you think that they're rich, but they're getting loans from their record label. Those are loans that they have to pay back. That's not. And a lot of them fuck up and take the money instead of putting it back into their art, into their business. Can you imagine going to get a small business loan and then tricking it off on fucking cars and shit? Shit that depreciates. Buying blood diamonds and shit. These conflict diamonds that everybody putting in it. Honey, I don't even want to get on that. This is supposed to be lighthearted. But Yeah. What else was we talking about? Yeah, Nick Cannon. So yeah. So what do you guys think about Nick Cannon getting his job back? Honey child, please. Redemption. You know the Jewish community is all about redemption. So I guess they made good on their promise and gave him. He did the work and they gave him his shit back. But I hope he figures out a way to own his shit because you can't be around here turbaned up and not owning shit. I used to always think that Nick Cannon just had his shit together. I just did. I did. And did y'all hear about Cracker Barrel now? Maddie was talking about it earlier on her morning show and how somebody said that there was a whip around the Cracker Barrel logo. And then everybody's trying to figure out if Cracker Barrel is racist and this and that. So I went and I did a little research. And Cracker Barrel has been in several different controversies surrounding discrimination. In the early 90s, this is from Wikipedia, in the early 90s, the company was subject of controversy when the founder and CEO, Dine Evans, instituted a official company policy prohibiting the hiring of any individual whose sexual preferences failed to demonstrate normal heterosexual values. Y'all want to eat at Cracker Barrel? Y'all still want to eat at Cracker Barrel? Because I see y'all still eat at Chick-fil-A, knowing goddamn well they give money to anti-LGBTQ organizations. But it's so good. It's so weird. Like, in their spaces where you want your grievances to be taken seriously when you support organizations that clearly don't like you. It starts small, right? So with the little things, how come y'all can't get the little things together? How come y'all can't effectively not fuck with Chick-fil-A? How come y'all can't effectively stop fucking with Cracker Barrel when we know that our dollars fund this goddamn society? Because we're so hell-bent on showing our wealth. That's another story. But Cracker Barrel, and then, okay, so that's one. Then in July 2001, shareholders stripped Evans of his position as president and CEO, replacing him with another guy named Michael Woodhouse, who at the time was serving as the COO. He was allowed to remain in his position as the chairman of the board. The same year, shareholders forced the company's board to vote unanimously to add sexual orientation to Cracker Barrel's non-discrimination policy, with the term being added the following year. So it looks like they fixed it. But do you think the foundation of the company was whatever? Honey, Cracker Barrel made $3.3 billion in 2019. $3 billion. In 2004 of May, the U.S. Department of Justice announced that it had settled a lawsuit alleging that Cracker Barrel employees at approximately 50 of the company's 500 locations discriminated against minority customers. They said that they engaged in various discriminatory policies, including racially segregated seating and service quality. They say I've never eaten at Cracker Barrel, but if you have, let me tell you something. If you have policies, LGBTQ policies or anti-LGBTQ policies, I guarantee you there's some anti-black policies too, okay? Because let me tell you something. I hate to inform you, but if they hate the gays, they hate the blacks, okay? I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know. Trust and believe. Oh, speaking of people who hate the gays, child, I didn't really want to talk about this, but it just, I don't know why, but the other day, Funky Dineva's channel was terminated or taken down. There were people who inboxed me to ask me to make a video about it, and I was like, make a video about it? He'll get his channel back. Let me read the thing. I want to read it, what I got. And I was like, where is it? I can't find it. Somebody inboxed me and told me to make a video about Funky Dineva. I was like, first of all, I don't care what y'all say. I like Funky Dineva. What's the normal disclaimer? I don't agree with everything everybody says. Nobody agrees with everything anyone says. But baby, let me tell you, there was a one person in particular who reveled in his channel being terminated and held a 3-hour live and created a space for other women who have anti-LGBTQ ideologies and anti-trans ideologies. And that is a space that is actually fueled by hate. And when Funky Dineva got his channel back, he made a video and dragged the shit. The dog shit. And I said it like that because it wasn't really a polite as fuck drag. It really was. But it needed to be addressed. I felt like it did because I have a core disdain for people who use a common hate for a group of people and form alliances and form communities like that, because it's very reminiscent of what Trump did. You know, Trump used a collective hatred of immigrants, a collective hatred of gay people, a collective hatred of black people, and used that to fuel his administration, his campaigns, all of that. And what Homegirl does over there is that she creates a breeding ground for miserable women who hate a specific group of people. And I was very happy to see that he let her have it. And that's all I got to say about that. Oh, you know what? Why is Love and Hip Hop really they're really trying to do everything to keep their names relevant, aren't they? Because people it's really out of sight, out of mind with Love and Hip Hop. Like, Love and Hip Hop, I think that's the reason why everybody came over to Real Housewives of Potomac and was acting real ignorant, like this was some VH1 shit, because they were really trying to get their Love and Hip Hop fix from Real Housewives of Potomac. And they really need to stay relevant, staying on people's lives and stuff like that. They're really trying to figure out ways to stay in people's faces and create conflict to make themselves interesting, that they're doing like all of these different reunions and specials and things like that. They're just trying to figure out a way. And I don't know what the ratings were, but they had some type of reunion last night. I had no interest in watching it because literally, you know, I used to watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Love and Hip Hop New York and Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. But they haven't been on because of the panorama. So it is what it is. Out of sight, out of mind, honey. We done moved on. And now y'all trying to figure out a way to stay relevant. Child, ain't nobody thinking about Love and Hip Hop reunion. Baby. Oh, I just want to say something. I saw something about Little Bow Wow saying that he wants to be a wrestler. Every time a story comes out with Little Bow Wow and Tyrese, I just feel like the energy gets sucked out of the room. Like, I don't know what it is about those two where I feel like they're very needy for attention. And I'm trying to figure out, Bow Wow's talking about he's retiring from rap. Ain't you been retired? When's the last time Little Bow Wow had an album out? American rapper. He said he's retiring and he wants to go to WWE. I just feel like he wants attention. It's so weird. And he's 33 years old. He's about to be 34. Honey, let me see what his discography is looking like. Talking about he's retiring. Last album he had come out. Oh no, that's a filmography, honey. I was about to say. Oh, last album he had come out was 2009. Now, honey, the only thing I'm good at is counting my money, okay? What is that? 2009? How many years ago? You haven't made an album in 12 years and you're saying you're retiring from rap. It's safe to say you have been we've let you go, honey. We are not expecting anything. It's something right here that says before 30 to be announced. Ain't no telling when that was placed on there. Anywhere between 2009 to now, that was placed on here. Girl, what? Girl, bye. I really feel every time I hear something about Bow Wow and Tyrese, those two particular people, I just feel like they crave and they need to be fed. Like, they need attention. They need people to pay attention to them. And it's really weird. And I really want them to, start looking inside and, know that they are enough. You're enough. Baby, let's talk about Lanithia Monique Leakes real quick. So the other day, Nene, there was, a buzz that Nene was dropped from her former manager, her lawyers, and her publicists. Then she comes out and denies that she was dumped by her entire team. Maybe she fired them, right? Could have been she fired them. I don't know what to say about Nene, but you brought this on yourself, and that you can't expect for people to stand behind you for a cause that you made no noise about until it affected you. It seems very inauthentic to do that. And I really feel like that's why her and Monique, who just so happens to be a Sagittarius as well, aren't getting the support that they are asking for from the community. Because while you are having this issue and you didn't want to speak about it until it directly affected you, there have been people really, really fighting for equal pay for women, for Black women. People have really been fighting for that. The same way people have really been fighting for the cause that Monique wanted to bring focus to until it didn't care about it, didn't speak about it until it directly affected her. So I think it's hard for people to support. Then on top of that, your attitude, and it's like, oh, Black women can't have bad. No, there is having a attitude and just being, assertive and speaking with conviction, and then somebody coming back and saying that you have an attitude. There's that. But then there is not coming to work. Then there is assaulting people that work, the crew, the production crew, or the cameraman. Then there's coming to the reunion and not contributing to the conversation at all. Then there is this always, what Nene always does, and I don't know why we keep, or even the blogs keep taking the bait when Nene says, just wait, I have it. I have the story. Just wait until you hear the story. I have all the receipts. Every time. Nene has been pulling that stunt for years, like she did with Kenya and in the reunion. Get your reads together, Ken. Get your reads. It's gonna be read session time. And then when you get to the reunion, you close your laptop and walk away in your own house. You allowed somebody else to take the queen down when she was sitting on. You got up from your throne and left. Didn't contribute to the conversation because it wasn't going your way. But you want people, and then wait. Then there's coming out and saying that the person you was hugged up with all the time, the person whose show you've been on more than he's been on, you're going to call him a racist. So now you have assaulted a cameraman, a cameraman. You don't contribute to the job where you're not contributing at all. Your presence is not enough. You call the person who executive produces the show, who runs the reunions, who is really an integral part of the foundation of the franchise, a racist. Then you come out and you're saying these things about you come out talking about Portia, like Portia's really supposed to stop what she's doing. Why you didn't stop when you was getting the checks? If you want Portia to stop while she's getting the checks, but why you didn't stop when you knew that you have receipts, you ain't got rid of nothing. So that's letting us know that you only cared about it until it directly affected you. If you were sitting on receipts, and you didn't say nothing until you were on the other side of it, fuck you. No, we're not doing that, Lanithia. the thing is, telling everybody you got receipts and stuff, and you never, ever, ever come out with the receipt. Why is it that everybody is always hanging on Nene's words? She has proven you can compile all the tweets and posts that Nene has made where she has said, I got the tea. I'm going to spill the tea. Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Bitch, how long are we going to wait now? Did you team up with Lisa Bloom? What happened to that? Nobody is taking you seriously. And to me, I feel like I don't want to dismiss her claims because we know things like this exist. But it's really, really difficult to find a space to support you when you said that you have history. So that means, like, let's use the Me Too movement as an example. All the people who knew what was happening to those women and didn't say anything until he actually assaulted one of them. Now you want to say something? Everybody's looking like, so if you knew and you allowed all these other people to be abused, why? Now we need to focus and rally behind you and march behind you? Well, how come you wasn't marching when those other people were being abused, Nene? Come on. Like, you really, and then the fact that all the blogs just attach to everything she says, and when it's never substantial. And that's probably why people are like, girl, okay, I'm good. I no longer want to represent you. Find another lawyer. And then she comes out and says, I have numerous emails, text messages, RHOA group text voice recording that go back for years. I never got rid of anything, and you never said anything either. And now you want people to leave their jobs to support you? If you knew that all the women on the show were being abused, as long as you was getting a big check, though. Is that what it was? As long as you was getting $1 million, though. As long as you was able to sit by Andy and not participate and not say anything and walk off or stay quiet. Girl, where can you do that at any job? Where can you do that at any job? And to me, I really feel like that with Lenithia's history, her resume, that this was probably the best job for her to maintain and to live a comfortable life. And she got outside of herself and became another person, and it just was downhill. And it was the same thing with Monique. After Hollywood called, baby, you couldn't tell Monique Hicks a motherfucking thing, bitch. You couldn't tell her shit. You couldn't even get her back on the comedy circuit, to the point where her own peers were like, bitch, we don't see her. Because you thought Hollywood was knocking, and you kicked over everybody. Same thing Nene did. When Hollywood came knocking, she started going downhill. Girl, what? I don't understand how you want people to support you. Then you want people to boycott Bravo. Girl, what? Like we were supposed to boycott Netflix? Honey, I'm watching Bridgerton and Bling Empire 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, girl. Ain't nobody doing that for y'all. When y'all, and if you were a witness to abuse and you didn't sit and you sat on it until it affected you, I don't know if I could stand behind you. Because your integrity is kind of fucked up for me. That's how I feel. Who else are we talking about? That's it. I think that's it, y'all. It's been 46 minutes. That's it. That's all I got. That was a long time talking, huh? Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Let me know what you think about all of these different topics. Nick Cannon, Northwest, the genius artist, hello, Keke Wyatt. There's so much to talk about. And let me tell y'all something else before we go out of here. If you really wanted to know if Nene was dropped or not, all you had to do was call her agency and ask if they still represent her. Do you still represent Nene Leakes? And they would have to answer you. It's easy to ask and to confirm. Was she dropped? Do they no longer represent her, or whatever the issues are? Keke Wyatt, Cracker Barrel, Nick Cannon. What do y'all think about Cardi B's video, Megan Thee Stallion's video? Did y'all like the videos? Was it colorful? What looks did you like out of the video? Let's get down in the comments. See y'all later. Peace.